Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this really soft natural eye look with this bold brown chocolate lip.
Like the stars that all aligned.
To get started today, I'm going to be priming my skin with my MAC Natural Radiance Primer. I absolutely love this primer. It gives off such a smooth finish and really hydrates any dry areas, so I love this for the autumn and winter. Then I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. I'm just applying it all over the skin. I really wanted a nice flawless coverage today, and this definitely does do that. I did want to apply it with a sponge though, just because I feel that when I apply it with a brush, it does give off quite a cakey finish. So this just really helps to blend it in really seamlessly. So I definitely say if you are going to be wearing this foundation, it works really well with a sponge. Next, I'm just going to be priming my eyes with some concealer. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I've been loving to use this as an eye primer recently just because I feel like it's a lot lighter on my eyes. My eyes can sometimes tend to get a little bit dry, and I just feel like this can be a lot less harsh on my eyes rather than the paint pot sometimes. And I'm also just making sure to set it so that it doesn't move. For my eyes today, I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette and taking the colour Naked. I'm going to be taking this on a big fluffy blending brush and just taking this into the crease and making sure to blend this really well. I wanted to create a really natural soft eye today just because the lip is so bold. You can totally go for a darker eye if you want to, but I did want to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm just going for 2 matte colours in the crease and 1 shimmery colour on the lid, and that's it. And next I'm going to be taking the colour Buck, and I'm going to apply that more towards the outer V area just to add a little bit of definition to the eyes and also just to lift them a little bit without adding too much darkness. Like, it's not too dark, it still looks really soft and is appropriate for daytime. And I am also going back into that previous brush just to make sure that colour is really nice and well blended. Next, I'm taking the colour Virgin and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. I'm using my finger just because I do feel like this does spread out the product evenly without it being too harsh. I just wanted to swipe this colour on really softly. Next, I'm going to apply some false lashes. This is totally optional. You can go for some natural false lashes or even your own lashes. I just really wanted to apply some because we are going for such a bold lip, and I do feel like it kind of balances out things really well, and I just love these lashes. These are the Isla 126 lashes. I've been using these constantly. I just feel like it's the perfect amount of volume and length, and I just love the way this enhances my eyes. So I'm just applying them with some glue and tweezers. I did feel like it needed a little bit of liner, so I'm taking my Soap & Glory Super Cat liner and I'm just drawing a line on the top of the lash band. I'm not going to be winging out the line or anything, I'm just going to be applying a line of eyeliner and that's it. This is just going to enhance my eyes a little bit more and just give it a little bit more depth. Next, I'm just going to apply some mascara to my top lashes just to make them blend into the false ones a little bit better. Next, I'm just going to be applying some concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. You guys know I love this concealer by now. It's definitely my favorite. I'm just applying it under the eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and also on my chin. This is not only going to conceal, but it's also going to highlight as well. So it's just going to give us a really nice highlighted face and really bring those areas forward. To blend that in, I'm going to be using the Beauty Blender again, just to make sure that it blends really seamlessly into the rest of my complexion. We don't want to see any harsh lines, and the Beauty Blender does that absolutely flawlessly. I absolutely love the finish that a Beauty Blender gives. I don't use a sponge all the time, but when I do, I just always love the way that my foundation comes out. And also, just to blend out these smaller areas, I'm going to be using my finger just to help me out a little bit, and also just to get into all those little areas that the sponge can't reach. Next, I'm going to be setting all the areas I applied the concealer. I'm going to be using my Soap & Glory Instant Retouch powder. I know, surprise, surprise, it's definitely my favorite powder, so I'm sorry I'm using the same powder all the time, but I just absolutely love this one, and if you can get your hands on it, I definitely recommend that everyone buys this because you will not regret it. It's an amazing powder. And then taking a larger brush, I'm just going to go on the rest of the face as well, just so that my bronzer and everything will go on really seamlessly and everywhere is set. Next, I'm just going to do my eyebrows off camera, just because you guys have seen me do it a million times, but I will put my eyebrow tutorial down in the description box for you. Next, I'm just going to take a little bit of that Buck colour from that palette and just apply it onto the bottom lash line. Taking some more of that Virgin shade that we applied on the lid, and just take a small brush and apply it on the inner corner to open up our eyes. And then I'm just taking a nude pencil and just applying it to our waterline. This will just make our eyes appear a lot brighter and also open them up as well. And then to finish off the eye look, I'm just going to be taking some mascara just to really balance the top and the bottom lashes. Next, I'm going to start bronzing my skin. I am using the Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light. It's been a while since this bronzer has made an appearance, but I definitely love this bronzer. I stopped using it because I was running out and I didn't want to finish it, so I've brought it out again because I love using this kind of color for the winter time. It's not totally yellow toned, it does have a little bit more of that beigey tone, so it is nicer for the winter, so I just prefer using this kind of color in the winter. So I just applied that all over the outer perimeter of my face, and then taking Hoola bronzer by Benefit, I'm just contouring the cheekbones just to give my face a little bit more definition. I'm also using that same Hoola to contour my nose a little bit as well. For my blush today, I'm going to be taking MAC Warm Soul and just applying a tiny little bit on my cheekbones just to give myself a little bit of colour. And then to highlight, I'm going to be using the Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlighter. I absolutely love this, and I'm just applying a fairly small amount, nothing too much, on the cheekbones and also on the tip of my nose. And for the lips today, for the star of the show, this is definitely the main attraction of this look. I'm going to be using MAC Chestnut Pencil all over the lips. Now, I wasn't sure what kind of brown I wanted to go for this look, but I definitely knew I wanted to go for a brown just because I have seen so many brown shades recently, and I personally have never done this on my channel before, and I've actually don't think I've ever worn this kind of color before, so I just knew I had to do it at least once, and I actually really love it. I think I'll be doing this color a lot more. I just lined all of my lips with it and then also filled it in, although I did make sure to moisturize my lips beforehand just because this can be very drying. So guys, that is the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed. Although it is something a little bit more simple, it's definitely something I love. You guys were requesting a more simple eye look with a bold lip. You can totally substitute the brown for any lip color you want. I just really wanted to do something a little bit different. I didn't want to do something typical like the dark purple I do sometimes and also red. I wanted to change it up a little bit. And if you haven't tried brown, I definitely recommend it because although I'm not a bold lip person, I am loving this. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up because it does help me out a ton, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put new videos up 3 times a week, and follow me on all social media too. I am on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and Snapchat, all under Makeup by Layla. I hope that you all have an amazing day. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys!